Okay. So, just gonna do a quick commentary of this no dog Hereafter Rebellion run for the people that were interested. Skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so first things first, if you don't know how to do this, this is like really helpful. Gives you basically an extra minute in here. So you're gonna need a bunny mount. Some people have tried to do it with a Leomorph, and I've heard rumors of people doing it with a Leomorph, but I don't know. Basically, you're gonna jump, and then at the peak of your jump, when your head is through the gate, you're just gonna hit the teleport button like that, and it lets you skip this first gate. So that's pretty nice for giving you like basically an extra minute in here. Just gonna mount up and run over here first. This is pretty standard. I'm sure a lot of people do this already. But you basically just run all the way over here, climb this big tower. There's some extra souls here. That'll help you start with a bigger army. Faster, clear, bigger army. It really snowballs. So we're just gonna get these two. If you don't have backdrop, you should probably just summon like a donkey or something and let it take the fall damage from this, because you don't want to chunk yourself. But Dark Runner life, backdrop, pretty good. So I'm just gonna do that. So for the dog reset, some people use a donkey or use the charge thing, but I just basic bow it and let Cook Kirk take aggro, stealth to reset battle, and then you can just walk over here and steal these souls. If you don't have stealth, you should probably learn the donkey method. Basically, you just walk up, face the donkey towards the dog about 20 meters away, and then you use the charge away from the souls so that he chases the donkey, and then you can grab the souls when he aggro's the donkey. You have to do it, you have to like spam on top of the souls though. Otherwise, like he'll one-shot the donkey and then reset like right away. So you have a very small window to get it with that method. But yeah. So then we're gonna come up here. This is where we start clearing. Since we're not doing the dog, we're literally gonna kill every camp on the map, basically. Everything except that north section with all those cavalry dudes. Because those guys suck. So some of this run was pretty sloppy. I was kind of made a few mistakes here and there. Nothing like major, nothing like a death, but had a few mistakes like doubling back and going the wrong way a couple times. Like here I was... So I use 3 heroes for my no dog clear, and I get them all right at the start like I'm about to do right here. I get the paladin, the healer chick, the first one, Marianne something. I'm pressing F there to get her. I get Cook Kurt because he's tanky and he can aggro some of the nastier mobs. And then I get Issen. Crown Prince, people sleep on him. His ability kind of sucks. It's actually sort of useful. But the main reason you take him is because he has a weakened defense buff that he puts on shit. And it's pretty nasty. It's basically like a permanent charm. It's not as good as charm. And like you can stack charm on top of it if you're playing something like I'm a Dark Runner in this run, and I have decently high gear scores, so if you're having trouble like meeting the damage that I'm outputting, just play Blade Dancer instead if you're a melee, and just use songs to help buff your army. That'll more than make up for the damage, like the gear gap. But if you see that debuff on the catapult, that 30-second debuff that keeps refreshing, that's the defense debuff that the Prince puts on. It's like minus 100 physical and magical armor and something like that, and it stacks like 7 times. It might be 1,000. I'm not sure. I think it's 1,000. Basically, it drastically reduced the defense of whatever he's hitting, and it just helps stuff die faster. And he also does pretty good DPS. So I found this combination of 3 to be the most effective. So yeah, basically you clear that top section, clear the catapult. This is one of the mistakes I respect before this, and I forgot to put a point in Tiger Strike. I was spamming my Tiger Strike key and it wasn't going off, but yeah. So yeah, we cleared the top section, that first little area, just the 2 camps and then the catapult. The way, if people don't know, the way these like towers work is they have a buff on them that makes them really tanky. You can see it's gone right here. You basically, every time you kill a mob near it, it loses a stack. So basically what you want to do, I find, is the most effective is when you get to a tower, you want to try to AoE the mobs down as fast as possible, obviously. But just keep checking the tower every once in a while. And once the tower loses that buff, even if there's mobs left, just focus the tower. Because your army will deal with the mobs. And like usually with the amount of mobs left, no one's really in danger of dying. So yeah, just focus the tower ASAP. If you have like Quake triple like I do, you know, you can try to set it up so you're hitting the tower and a mob or something, but usually the tower is the thing you want to prioritize in my experience. So after we kill that top section, we're just coming down and looping this bottom 3. There's a tower at the very bottom. Then there's a small group of 5 whatever trash mobs, you know, that we just killed, and then there's the 5 right here that I just killed here. Just getting all the souls. So after you kill these, so there's the top 3, this side 3, and then you're gonna go into the water section over here. If you have like an elk mount, I really should probably use the elk mount here, but once again, Dark Runner, so I have like, you know, 30 blinks. Swimming's really slow, but oh yeah, super important thing here. This guy's juking me, this soul, because I didn't do my own thing. So your mobs will actually like body block you pretty hard in this water. So when you're killing the mobs, you want to try to position near the soul, so right when it dies you can just touch it and then blink away, because the body block in that water is pretty nasty. Okay, so this is one of the biggest parts that I see people fuck up on, and they don't focus. These harbingers need to die first. They have it's like a 4 or 5 second channel. It didn't go off there because I interrupted it, but it's like a 4 or 5 second channel. And basically what it does is it puts a giant ass shield, like 100k shield or something. It's basically a shield worth like 100% of their HP or more on all the mobs near him. So it not only can like make you wipe more, but it just makes your runs way slower. It makes your clear way slower. I'll talk more about that. There's more harbingers down the line, but okay, so we did top 3, side 3, come down here into the water area, the little hidden temple, and you do the water group, the main group, and then you need to clear the other water group. It's mostly because we need all the points we can get. The wandering souls like that, they give 5 extra points. So if you get lucky on the souls, like the RNG spawn ones, you'll need a few less points when you get to the end, but you'll see by the end, like, you should have more than enough time and points to you know, complete it with some time left on the clock. I think I completed with like a minute or something and change in this run. So we're coming out the back of the entrance. Take a left here. I kind of fuck up my ordering here. I should have taken a right, and you should take a right, but we'll see. So we're targeting the Harbinger first, obviously, because if he gets that lens off, it just makes everything way slower. If you're not a class that can burst damage like Dark Runner, something like healers and CC tank classes have been telling me about is you just use the archer chick and you have archers instead of warriors if you're a tank or a healer. I like warriors because they just sort of distract. I gain so much aggro with Quake triple. Like, I get aggro of like anything I hit basically. So the warriors are good at like keeping mobs separated from me to the point where I don't get bursted down. They may not be ideal, but it's what works for me. I usually go for, after my 3 heroes, I go for like a 2-to-1 warrior to healer ratio. So for every 1 healer, I'll get 2 warriors. And I find they give decent DPS, and they do a decent job of tanking, especially the big fight up here, which is like by far the most annoying fight in my opinion, if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier. But I think there's a Harbinger here. So I don't think I do it here, but yeah, no, I do. Okay, so you can stealth up, and I actually fuck it up by summoning a dude. But you can stealth up, and especially if you're a squishy class like me, stealthing up on the Harbinger fights and using the attack command to have your warriors go in first is like really helpful, and I would say a necessity in this next fight I'm about to do, because especially in this next fight, these cavalry dudes, their first like move, their AI is set to just charge and like nuke the first thing they see. So if you just walk up to this next army, you're just going to get one shot, and then you're going to have to run back. Your army should be fine. I find the army with this route is more than capable of, like, I don't really lose anyone. Maybe in the last fight, the last fight in this route breaks down pretty hard. So, like, it gets real hectic because it's the portal. But, I mean, you'll see what I mean in a second. So, but this next fight, this is where if you don't have stealth, I think you need to use, once again, a donkey to aggro these, because these cavalry mobs, their first move is like a nuke charge, and if you just aggro like 4 or 5 of them, you're dead. So what I do is I stealth walk around. It's kind of hard to target this harbinger, but you want to target the harbinger, use your attack command, back off so you don't get nuked by all those horsies, and then you want to interrupt this. I think Cook Kirk kind of bailed me out in that one, or someone bailed me out. I got feared by the dread guy. But as long as the whatever it's called, the lens doesn't go off, you're usually fine. Like, you really need to do everything in your power to prevent that lens going off and nuke down the harbinger. Otherwise, it's really annoying. It's not like a run ender if it goes off. Maybe for 600 runs, I don't know, but it's really annoying because it's just a huge shield and it goes on everything. And if he gets the shield, like, if you don't have a lot of CC left, he might get another one off. He'll just cast it even if he has it on him. But so for this fight, as long as you don't get nuked at the beginning, you just want to focus down the ponies one by one because they don't heal. This Dreadguard guy, he's really tanky if you don't have Isin. But as long as you have the Prince and you get the debuff on him, he dies pretty quickly once your guys start focus firing him. This soul up here, I fucked up because I didn't see it originally. I didn't think it was there originally, so I tried to do a cheeky backdrop bell here and fuck it up pretty bad. But what you can do is you can mount, you can dash, jump off the edge, and then bell up to where the guy is. If you're a melee class, if you're not, you can run around and get that guy, but it's really not worth the time. Here, I thought Isin died. He didn't actually die, but I had a couple of warriors die in that last fight, I guess. So I was kind of figuring that out. So once again, we're going to Bell CC the Harbinger out of the whatever it's called, the lens move. Focus him down pretty quickly. Something to be worried about in this section specifically is you don't want to pull the gate. If you really want to, I was kind of panicking there because the Harbinger was like backing up. You almost want to try to like implosion him closer to the tower, because if he pulls the gate will just start spawning stuff, and the first thing the gate spawns is 2 Harbingers on either side. So it's almost I feel like there might be an angle like right in the middle of it where you can CC both of them. I've been experimenting with it, but I haven't been able to CC both of them yet. Like, one side is always going to get the lens buff off, but as long as you can focus one of them right when it comes out, you can usually get enough points. So as you can see, we're approaching 600 pretty quickly. We basically cleared the entire south section of the map. We started with the first 3 you get. This is me just recalling because I thought Isin died, but then I realized I had the Isin skill, and like, how could I recall if I had the Isin skill? And then I realized Cook and Paladin Chick are both there, so I just summon everything and go. But yeah, we clear the top side, we clear the northeastern side, we go down into the, whatever it's called, the hidden temple, clear that, clear the hidden sanctuary with all the Harbingers and the towers and stuff. This is where I tried to pull both of them, but I was a little late. But yeah, this fight's pretty chaotic. As long as you have like 6 healers and the healing hero, you should be fine with like stuff not dying, I find. But it's really just, I mean, I normally come into here with anywhere from 560 to 570. 580 on like a really good run like this one where I had a lot of RNG souls that showed up. And like I could have gotten that 1.5 that I missed with my backdrop bell fail. But basically like we hit 600 here around the 1 minute and 30-second mark left. But basically you're not trying to kill this gate. You can kill the gate. The gate has the same mechanic as all the towers where like the number of mobs you kill reduces its thing by 1, but it starts with 50 stacks. So you have to kill 50 mobs around here. And with the Harbingers spawning, like I'm sure there's a class that can do it a lot better than Dark Runner, but I have such a hard time keeping the Harbingers all CC'd here. Like more often than not, this like look at that. There's 2 right there that it just spawned. Well, 1 was there and 1 just spawned, but like there's 1 off to the side there, like top left of the screen. It's a really nasty fight. Really, you're just focusing down whatever you can here. Your Prince hero really comes in handy here because it just lets you burst, like you or your guys will just burst something down. This is also where like if you're playing a non-DPS, or not a non-DPS spec, but if you weren't as geared as I am, then if you're playing Blade Dancer, let's say, you know, something like Bloody Shanty when you have 27 living army is really gonna, you know, it's really gonna boost your DPS. Like a Battle Hymn here, ooh, you know, you're gonna start seeing stuff melt most likely. The NPC mobs do a lot more than you might actually think, especially when you buff them. So I actually kind of wish I targeted the gate here. I wonder how many I actually killed, like over 600. But basically, as long as you follow this route, it tends to be pretty safe. So real quick, is my cursor showing? Yeah, it is. Okay, so start up here, right away, run over here, jump the fence, come over right here to where the dog is, run up the tower, get the souls, jump down, summon Cook Kurt, or you can do the donkey method if you don't have stealth. I'll maybe try to show off the donkey method later. People have already, there's videos of it. Just ask around in your guild. But lure the dog, stealth through, get the souls, run back up to the top. You can kill those first 2 camps like I did without the dudes. So after you bait the dog, I find if you don't kill one of those camps, it just leaves you in combat for whatever reason. Like, it's something weird about, it's something I don't quite understand. It's something weird about resetting the dog, or like maybe it's recalling your army, because after you reset the dog, you want to recall your army so Cook Kurt doesn't die. That way both, because Cook Kurt will actually stay alive for quite a long time by himself. If he dies, what ends up happening is you, like, your souls go on cooldown or whatever, and you can't summon all your guys at that first summon area. So you want to recall him like right when you get into the little alleyway. What else? Go up here, kill 1 or 2 camps. Those first camps are pretty easy, so I normally just kill both of them without summoning guys. Kill the first 2 camps, go back up to the main area, summon your 3 heroes, Paladin Chick, Crown Prince, and Cook Kurt. Small side note, I only have the reduced cost quest for the Paladin and Cook Kurt. I think I like fucked up the Isin one. But I don't know, he just costs 4 for me and I don't have a quest for him anymore. So, and like I checked my like failed quests and I don't think I don't know what's up with him. He costs 4 for me though. So if you can get him down to 3, that'll make your life easier as well. But definitely do the quests for Paladin, Cook, and Isin. And if you're a healer, the Archer Chick. Or a CC person, the Archer Chick. The Dwarf Chick, she doesn't really like... She kind of is just wasted. I feel like Isin is better than her because... Sure, she'll kill the tower, but she doesn't really do anything else. And Isin puts a defense, thing on the tower, which makes the tower die basically just as fast. And who's the other hero? The Counter-Strike guy. He does really good AoE damage, but once again, like, maybe he'd be good for a healer or a CC build if you didn't have a lot of damage, but if you're a damage spec, I wouldn't really recommend him. Also, his active move is shit. It makes all the warriors Counter-Strike, but it does literally nothing, I find. So yeah, don't worry about them. Yeah, so kill this area, kill this area, kill this area, kill this area. Walk around the back, kill the water, kill the shrine, kill the water. Come out the back. You don't want to go up. You don't want to go up this way after you kill the water, because you'll have to run all the way around. I'm pretty sure it's faster just to run this way. Also, there can be a hidden soul right here, so you might be missing out on a hidden soul if you don't go this back way. Come through here. There's camp right here. No Harbinger. You can just nuke this one. It's got a couple necros. Then I take a left here, but I think it's faster to take a right, because you can take a right, kill this camp, go forward, kill this camp, come back up here, kill this camp, and then the stairs up to the Dread General is right here. So if you go bang, 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 you can get all these camps. Once you kill this camp, you can check for the hidden souls right here. There's one under the bridge, and there's one just chilling right by the portal. After you kill the general, you can check for the hidden soul up on the little ledge up there. If you have Bell, you can use a mount to jump Bell up there and get it. If not, I don't know, walk around or just skip it. It's not super important. Come through here, kill the tower right here, and then you come over here to the Hereafter gate. And the Hereafter gate is basically just, you're not trying to kill it, you're just trying to kill enough stuff to get you to 600. It might be more reliable for some people to run past the dog and kill one of these cavalry camps over here. I might try that on my next run, just because the Harbinger RNG can be kind of a bitch on the Hereafter gate, especially if you don't have like good burst damage to target them down individually. Because your army is strong, but it can be a little unreliable when it comes to bursting down priority targets. So I might try to run past the dog and like fight some of these armies up here. The other thing I was thinking about trying is after I kill this camp, just full recalling, dying, respawning back up here, summoning a bunch of dudes, and then going up here. And because there's like trebs up here, and those give 50 each. The only problem is they have a lot of cavalry up there. So I think like a 25-ish living army would be enough to take one of those down, but we'll see. Also, if that was viable, you would get another Hereafter box, and you would get some more Starlight and potential Sunglow. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I've been rambling for like 5 minutes more than I needed to, but I hope this helps someone. Take care.